To Paul, yeah. See, there's being the pauper, the homeless man that you refuse to enforce the rights of. Yes. And then there's the other side, the individual that sues you as a non-homeless person. Yeah. See, it does say that if my actual legal representation is provided for because of being indigent, yes. I can't use this Hyde ruling, yes. But pending on or after the date of the enactment of the act, may award to the prevailing party. Other than the United States or reasonable attorney's fees and other litigation expenses, where the court finds that the government's position, yes, this government of sheriffs, judges, justices, yes, in each and every state of the United States, is vexatious. Yes. See, every time you arrested me, you refused to admit the evidence, Brady. Yes. And then you wouldn't allow me to impeach any witnesses because I wasn't in Swim and I wasn't in Brennan. Yes. And then you made me have mental health evaluations. Right. And then you want to put me in a mental institution. Yes. And then I email you every day what the law says, and I'm sitting here waiting for you to give me my sons. Now, such award shall be granted pursuant to procedures and limitations, but not the burden of proof. There is no statute of limitations on fraud. There are no statute of limitations on kidnapping. There's no statute of limitations on child abduction and child exploitation. Yes. Now, I wanted to talk to the Department of Justice about their civil rights statutes right now. Because it seems to me that for the last 3.5 years, when I've been going to get a copy of the Civil Rights Resource Manual, yes, your office has refused to put it on your website. Now, Barr, Loretta, Holder, Sessions, Vooch, you came along. Did you come along right now? Because I'll sue every attorney general in this nation that happens to be alive. You don't have to be an attorney general as in a sitting attorney general. You just have to be a sworn oath that you had any knowledge of this fraud. That I can sue you, yes, in the individual states. And when I sue the United States federal government, I'll sue you as an indigent homeless man. Now, why don't you go ahead and put that civil rights manual on the Department of Justice's website? And then why don't you go through the software of the United States Postal Service? Yes, because I'd like to know when you change the address, yes, the height and weight on my driver's license. Did somebody change my address without my knowing, Mike Van Proyen? Now, there's this woman, Marilyn Van Proyen. I think she's involved in some fraud. Yes, not of her own doing, but there's a good probability that a picture of my sister, Susan Bowers, constitutes her right to sue. Ooh, see, there's Form 3575. Poop. I looked on there to see if I needed a driver's license. I was talking to you about buying and selling this morning. Yes. Well, if you can't get any mail, it's difficult to pay a bill. Ouch! Now, this thought of me having a new address and the rent wasn't paid yesterday. Yes. Did the sheriff's department want to call over to that charity and find out where the rent is for this month? Now, I think somebody's intentionally harassing me. Yes, Postmaster General of the United States Postal Service. I'm going to want to know all your employees for the last 40 years. Yes. Now, let's see. Please print items 1 through 10 in blue or blank ink. Your signature is required in item number 9. See, I have no money. As I explained, I haven't paid the rent. Yes. And somebody thought, well, we're going to teach them a lesson. Ooch, you're going to keep squeezing me, are you? Now, when you have to print and sign the name, see conditions, print and sign. Yes, yes, yes. To be able to change your address. I noticed that when issuing protection orders at the discretion of the Superior Court, yeah, that you don't have to print and sign your name, but it actually says print and sign. Ouch, ouch. Now, as I remember it correctly, because I've looked at this for it quite often, yes, there's a protected person date. Yeah. Signature of the petitioner, yeah, lawyer, and then you have to print your name. Now, why would I want the printed name of the actual petitioner? Now, why would I want to know the handwriting of the printing? Let's say I went through the protection order and the actual handwriting does not match the printed handwriting of the petitioner. See, you think they just throw these lines in here as this printed name doesn't mean anything? As if, oh, it's an unnecessary line. we don't need to have that on the form. But when I go through the individuals that filled this out, Pencom, ooch, Clallam, ooch, if that handwriting does not match the actual handwriting of the printed name of the petitioner, I'm gonna fucking sue you. Now, at your discretion, yes, you do not have the discretion to fill out the necessary information on the form. Yes, because only certain individuals are allowed to do that. And that would be the court administrator or the court individual that helps with these things. Yes, it does. See, when you have all of this handwriting, yes, but you don't have the printed handwriting of the signature of the petitioner, yes, there's no possible way for me to find out if she actually filled this out. See, when you have all of this handwriting, yes, but you don't have the printed name, yes, there's no way for me to know if she was even there. Now I'm going to sue you, yes, for each and every one of these where the printed name, yes, does not match the actual handwriting, yes, on the court order because it's that the individual that fills this out is the same individual that prints their name on the form. So why don't you give